'Tis the season to go shopping. Fa la 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 la. And hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we have an order that I placed during Black Friday with Yamamoto baits. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed and let's see what I ordered. Before we open this box and I show you all the baits, drop a comment below. Tell me, what do you think is in this box? So the first package we have here is the 3-inch Yamamoto Zaccos. Let me get these out of the bag. These are out of the bag. These are in the black and blue color here. I really like to use the Zaccos on my chatterbaits as a trailer. I also like using them on a scrounger head and also the Damiki rig. So I went with a 3-inch version. This is specifically for the really light, like your 3/32 or your 1/8 ounce scrounger heads, and then also the really light 1/8 ounce Damiki rigs. I don't see a 3-inch bait like this working with a chatterbait too much, but you know, we'll see what happens. The next pack we have here, this is the Psycho Dads. So these are in green pumpkin black flake. So one of the main reasons I picked these up is because the way that they are made, they're very slender, and these things work fantastic when you're punching. And a lot of the waters that we do fish in the tournaments are covered with vegetation. It also has a lot of cattails, weeds, reeds, lily pads. The longer slender profile really works when you're pitching into some heavy cover because it's slender, so it slides down a lot easier. That's why I went with these baits. Pack number 3 here. These ones are the 3-inch scope shads. So again, 3-inch scope shads in green pumpkin black. These were specifically developed for forward-facing sonar, live scope. For one, I don't use it. That's not what my plans are for these. Just like those smaller 3-inch Zaccos, the specifics for this bait is again for the scrounger head and the Damiki's rig. You could even get away with throwing this on a drop shot. I mean, look at the action in that tail just from my natural movements of my arms. Like, you can imagine how much action is in that tail when you have it underwater with current. The next pack we have here, this is another 3-inch Zacco. This color here specifically is the chartreuse shad laminate. So as you can see, the top is a chartreuse, the bottom is a white. I could all honestly put this on a swim bait hook if I wanted to take my profile and really shrink it down for that finesse tough bite. Let's see what else we got in here. So again, these are the 4-inch shad shape worms in green pumpkin black. So let's see, let's pop these bad boys open and see what they look like. So these I specifically bought for the drop shot. They have the completely flat bottom. That way they sit up pretty nice and level and flat when you have it on that drop shot. It's got that really small tail that gives off a ton of action. I use the drop shot quite a bit, and when I seen these on their website, I had to try these out for that drop shot rig. And the next one we have here, again, these are the 3-inch scope shads. These are in rainbow shad. So this is what that color looks like. It's almost like a grayish at the top with a clear at the bottom laminate. I really like this color as a goby imitator. Let's see what else we got. Here we have the 3.75-inch shad shape worms in sexy shad. The shad shape worms, these are specifically for drop shotting. So the sexy shad, it is almost like a very light smoke color, almost like a transparent gray with gold and yellow and it looks like gold, yellow, maybe a little bit of silver flake in it. A really good natural presentation type color, really good on those crystal clear lakes. And the next pack here, this is again the 3-inch scope shad. This is in their color Sightfish, and there's that color there. Again, it's kind of a transparent clear on the top with a white bottom laminate, and it looks like just a lot of silver flake in both sides of it. But just look at the action on that tail. That is just crazy. And the last bag I have in this order, this one is the 3-inch shad shape worm in goby. So this is a specific goby. I know the rainbow shad. I said would make a really good goby imitator, but this is Yamamoto's specific goby color. Just to kind of show you there, it's almost like a greenish clear at the top with a green pumpkin bottom with gold and black flake. Again, I live in northern Ohio, so we fish a lot of Great Lakes. Gobies are one of the main forages for the smallmouth that we go for. So having a goby presentation in a finesse bait like this is just absolutely fantastic and a killer for us. All right, guys, this was the 9 packs that I got shipped to me and delivered already. I have a few more packs still waiting. They were on back order. Once I get those, I'll throw them in a follow-up video just to see what else I got. A full disclaimer, I've never used any of these baits before by Yamamoto. The only Yamamoto baits I've ever used was the Senko. Everyone loves the Senko. I thoroughly love the Senko, so I wanted to give some other baits a try. I have used the Fat Ico once before, and I really liked those. And for me, next year going into 2024, one of the big things I want to do is really become more proficient with the Demiki rig and also with the scrounger head. So I went with specific baits here that'll help me with that presentation, along with some baits that I can use for my tried and true presentations like the drop shot, as well as punching with a crawl. Leave me a comment down below. What is your favorite color and what's your favorite bait that Yamamoto makes? And if it's not by Yamamoto, what is your favorite bait when it comes to that scrounger head, Demiki rig, or even with the drop shot? I'm always up for learning new things. Until then, I'll see you on the water.